Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Now, William Ruto is being advised that by political pundits and strategists that one of the blunders was to make the personal choice of choosing Rigathi Gachagua as the running mate. And since then, there have also been calls for Rigathi Gachagua to replicate the Martha Karua challenge and hold rallies in central Kenya, or even with UDA leaders in other areas alone. Now, that is a call that will then see him organize first ever a rally within Nairobi. Yesterday on 2nd June, there was a rally that was organized by two leaders within Nairobi. Then this was mostly on, this was by John Theuri, who is the Umoja Embakasi West Member of Parliament, and also Simon Mbugua, who is the Starehe Member of Parliament aspirant, and he wants to unseat Gachagua, who lost in the nominations. Whether he lost or not is another story. Now, if you check this poster here, William Ruto was supposed to start from Nyamakima all the way. He was supposed to start from Embakasi West, then go all the way to Nyamakima. And that was achieved, and he went to Nyamakima later in the evening. But before that, not William Ruto, rather Rigathi Gachagua. So I paid close attention to that, to those events. And the one that started in Embakasi West was to launch some classrooms that had been built by George Theuri in Umoja 1 Primary School. George Theuri, Mbugua was not in Umoja 1, but George Theuri did not share any video of him, and there was just that photo. Now, this is the photo when Rigathi Gachagua was in Umoja 1. It was a low-key event, and you will see that as this is some of the photos that were captured there. One is the group of those women. One is just those women trying to wanamkaribisha. Then one is when they are seated there. So what people would expect is maybe he would have seized that opportunity, just like what they do in the rest of their events, to do maybe a rally. Now, ladies and gentlemen, even making entrance to that event, he went through akiwa ndani ya gari. He did not even come out. Now, when the event was coming towards the end of the event, Rigathi Gachagua and George Theuri did not even do a roadside rally. Waliingia kwa gari and they just took off all the way then to Nyamakima. So people who understand Nairobi, if it was to be in the good spirit of a rally, and because he would have taken that opportunity perhaps to campaign, people would expect him to leave Umoja, then akiingia Jogoro, connecting all the way so that he can go to Nyamakima. Maybe he would have held some roadside rallies in that place. That was a perfect opportunity to test waters. Now, what shocked many people, because outside Umoja 1, people were waiting for him. Of course, there were some people that were around the road. Walikuwa jua Rigathi Gachagua ako ndani. And of course, there was rumors that even William Ruto is there, but Ruto was not there. Now, Rigathi Gachagua left the venue and drove. The convoy drove through Nyamakima without even coming out of the car to wave to that congregation, to wave to those that were standing by the road, or even show any intention to talk, to address the rallies. What happened is he was simply avoiding a situation where he would come out to address people, but the numbers were low. Now, for people who understand, this is the video of Rigathi Gachagua and now Simon Mbugua. This is the event that now have been joined by Sakaja and Millicent Omanga. This is the time they were in Nyamakima. So this is an 8-minute video, and in this event, the most senior politician is Rigathi Gachagua. people would expect that Rigathi Gachagua would actually address that rally. Now, ukiona hata walipofika, they were so it was a low key event. It didn't attract any attention. And again, you would ask, why do you think Rigathi Gachagua and the convoy, or rather, there was even no convoy. I need to make that clear. There was no convoy because we in India town na convoy. What watapiga kelele, it was late in the evening. So, why do you think they just held and decided to go to Nyamakima? Now, they chose Nyamakima, number one, because Nyamakima is where there are many Kikuyus. And of course, all that Nyamakima, River Road, kutoka juu hadi Ngea, Thika Road, there are many Kikuyus. But people would expect, again, that in a place like Nyamakima, I understand you may not need the classified audience. You don't even need to do mobilizing because it is a tight street. So hata ukienda ukisimama hapo, the few people that walk around that place are enough to give you a crowd. That was not the case. They had to mobilize and give mamambogas and some mamambogas there zile manguo so that they can sing. Now, I want you to listen to this picture. This is by some leaders that are talking there.
Nenda kotini, nikasema lazima waingie hadi ile wakati utakuwa umeprovide alternative means ya mwananchi wa kawaida kuingia town. Si kweli? Si tuko pamoja? Mimi napenda ile slogan ya chama yetu. Kwa sababu mwananchi wa kawaida ambaye ako Nairobi hii amekuja kutafuta riziki. Hakuna mtu amekuja Nairobi kuota jua. Tumekuja kutafuta pesa wapi? Mfukoni. Mimi ningependa kuambia watu wangu wa Kanjo, kwa sababu niko na imani ya kwamba mtanichagua kuwa gavana wenu. Siku zimebaki ni 68. Muanze kuheshimu mwananchi wa kawaida.
Now, I want someone to challenge me just a bit. If you ever attended any of the Nairobi event, challenge me if there is a place Rigathi Gachagua spoke in Nairobi and it was not captured. I did not attend, but I would understand that Rigathi Gachagua will speak after Sakaja. The video is just an 8-minute video. Why is it that what he said in Nairobi was not captured anywhere? That tells you that, of course, that rally was a failed mission. In this video, what is happening, what Rigathi Gachagua is suffering from. He is suffering from something and is a victim of this consequence. Subscribe to our video and give it a like. Number one, there is what is called damaging characterizations or personification. Rigathi Gachagua is being characterized by the competitors, and you can say that Azimio has done this successfully to demystify the personality of Rigathi Gachagua. But to some extent, I think he's also a victim of his tongue. Let's look at these two videos. This is in Baringo, when Rigathi Gachagua is talking about how I don't know when their government, they are going to influence something on recruitment. Listen to this.
Nataka nikushauri, nataka kusaidika, utupatie watu wetu wale watakuja kwangu kuchukua barua ya kwenda jeshi. Ukiniletea mtu ya independent atanitoa wapi? Mimi nitakuwa na biashara na yeye. Mimi siko na biashara na yeye. Kwa hiyo mtupatie watu ya mlengo wetu. Senator.
So surely, even if you are to blame someone, who will you blame for that? That is something that himself, he said. There are three. There is one, again, he spoke about Safaricom, saying that if they get power, watakatakata yi Safaricom, then that money will go to the hustlers bottom up. As in trying now to fight the big institutions, or the big companies. And two, there was another clip he was talking about how the Kamba vote is useless. I think many people really missed that. Now, listen to this.
Wacha tuongee ukweli. Kura ya Kitui, Makueni, Machakos 1.5 million. Sasa 1.5 million kuna pahali naweza enda.
For lack of a better word, that was reckless. That was reckless. So this is how damaging characterization has worked against him, and there are Kenyans who now see him as someone who is very reckless and doesn't add more votes. And remember that narrative of give Rigathi microphone. No? So I think maybe they've decided that they're not going to give him microphone within Nairobi. Number two, Rigathi Gachagua is suffering from low national appeal, or to be specific, the Nyeri obsession. No? Many have said that he doesn't have the national appeal. I don't think it is even that. I think he's so much into Nyeri. Because even if he could not receive good reception in Umoja 1, Embakasi West, even though the same day, I also need to mention, the same day he was in Embakasi West, Raila was in Mukuru kwa Njenga. So, but people normally mobilize. We also have to say that. Then, there is also a notion that the event was in a school, so people could not get in. Look here. People will still wait for him outside, nje ya shule. The Nyeri obsession is working against him because he speaks so much of the Kikuyu. Unajua hata ukimsikia kwa rallies, I know that is good or bad, but ukimsikia kwa rallies, he will start saying Ogoko. I don't know. He'll speak Kikuyu for 2 minutes before it's first Kikuyu, then 2 is attack Raila Odinga. Now, that Nyeri obsession is making him, Nairobi is different. Nairobi is different. Nairobi is not just the whole of Kikuyu nation. So he lacks that national traction. Number two, there is an internal rebellion. There is an internal rebellion within the UDA, or rather within the Kenya Kwanza, because yesterday in Embakasi West, the event was simply and exclusively attended by UDA leaders, and the ANC and the rest are not there. There is an internal rebellion within UDA, and that seems to be working on synergy. So people are not working in synergy to deliver what is really needed. And that is why, even in Nairobi, he's finding it difficult, because UDA doesn't have strong, is not that strong in Nairobi. Nairobi is more of Raila's home. Raila has been garnering more votes. So without lack of traction and internal rebellion within the UDA, within the Kenya Kwanza, because ANC and the rest cannot mobilize for him, it's not working very easy. Lastly, this one, and I think they need to get this. Rigathi Gachagua attacks on Raila are unwanted. 2, unnecessary. Let me say this, because if you look at the counterpart, the other side, Martha Karua never attacks William Ruto directly. You will not hear him saying Yule Mwizi. No. He will not. But Rigathi Gachagua has opted to attack Raila in one way. They believe that this election will be won by Raila attacks. However, that is going to cost them in a town like Nairobi. Even if someone wants to campaign in Nairobi, don't attack your enemy with harsh. You need to be very tactical when it comes to Nairobi, because hapo mwali unasema ujui ni watu wangapi wana support Raila, and they are there. Ujui ni watu wangapi. So the unnecessary attacks on Raila I think it may demoralize the voters within Nairobi, and I am not shocked. Rigathi Gachagua will not attract a big audience there. Now, William Ruto is going to Kamukunji. That's an ODM zone. But then we are going to analyze about that, and we are going to see what the traction, what do you think they are up to? Ladies and gentlemen, that is my bold.